that the value from women comes in scarcity. The fact that a high value woman is a really, really beautiful, smart, well spoken, 21-year-old virgin who's never been on the arm of another man and is exclusively
Finally,
yours.
I would like to think that our primary purpose here on earth is to procreate. And for someone to say what the other gender thinks about them doesn't matter, it's a complete lie, and it comes off as a coping mechanism just in case things don't work out. We all want to be attractive to the opposite gender, and we all want to end the rise to reproduction. We have different mating strategies. Our most perceived value comes from being able to attract the opposite gender if you try to look at it. A man who produces resources for himself and for people around him is attractive to the opposite gender. And for women, a girl or a woman who is pure, who is in a prime, who is feminine, who's never been touched by so many men has so much value. A pure woman can command the same respect as a millionaire man. This can be seen when millionaires are having their parties or having their fun time. They invite young, beautiful women, even if those women don't have anything in their bank accounts. But they find themselves in the same room with winners. By virtue of her being young and beautiful, she can leverage that beauty to get herself a very successful man to commit to her. And by so doing, making her a high-value woman. A woman can only become high value when she gets a high value man to co-sign her. A woman can only become a queen when she gets the king to marry her. As I've said before, our primary value comes from our ability to attract the opposite gender. So if a woman goes on to acquire certificates and degrees, businesses, and all that other materialistic successes, it is just optional to her, but that won't add any value in the sexual or dating marketplace. So it is wise for a woman to know this information and use it wisely so that she gets herself a man while she's still in her prime. Not to wait too long for her to get into her 30s before she gets herself a man that she admires and respects. And keyword, admires and respect. I'm not talking about pokers and ray-rays. So you don't want to be running the streets before you get yourself a good man. But now, as opposed to what they are teaching today with feminism, they're telling them that they can shelf looking for a man and chase a career. Then maybe when they are successful, they get themselves a man. But it doesn't work like that, and they find this thing blowing up in their face. It is not wrong for a woman to chase a career. Let's just point that out. But it is wise for a woman to know this and apply it wisely so that whilst she's still doing that, the same energy that she puts in chasing that career, she can also put in looking for a mate.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that's, all women should be that. I'm not saying I would only date a woman who was that. I was saying that is the definition of a high-value woman because men need to build themselves up, whereas women just need to maintain what they already are. So, this woman's sitting in the face of someone as smart as my brother, and she won't say what her body count is. I think she made a joke about, oh, my body count was 50 or 100 or something. Talking about having a high body count, not being that particularly attractive, and because she's, I guess, successful on YouTube, saying she's a high-value woman, that clip stood out to me, and I thought, this woman has no idea what men want. I don't want a woman who's 36 and, and 7 out of 10 with a body count of 100 because she has a YouTube channel. I'm not interested in that. So, yeah, and by all means, and I'm sure you will find somebody who is interested in that, and good luck to you. No, I've had that. A Romanian girl, she goes, oh, well, I'm successful, and I'm a lawyer, and I've been working my whole life, and I'm 33. Well, why can't I find a good man? And she was sleeping with me, but I was like, well, I'm not going to commit to you. You're 33. You're fucking working in a law office around a bunch of dudes. Like, you ain't got time to fucking hang out with me and make my coffees and give me massages and shit. And it's not just that, like, I'm not misogynistic or chauvinistic. I'm just like
realistic.
Yeah, I'm realistic. You're your early 30s. You've been slaving away in this law office. You're not as hot as you were when you were 21. She didn't understand that a lot of her value has escaped. What she thought was that she'd been building her value over time. She's more valuable than ever. And I was like, well, you're just not. But I think she's
so many girls fall into that trap.